Our group would like to discuss about the economic impact that the integrated resorts that were built in Singapore have on Singapore. There will be two kinds of impacts, the internal impact as well as the external impact. So, what are the internal impacts? First, there will be the national income, Y. Employment, E. As well as the general price level, GPL. As for the external impacts, it will be the balance of payment, BOP, as well as the exchange rate. The first component of AD, consumption, is the purchase of domestically produced goods and services for consumers. The amount spent on IR is not to be belittled, as many people go there for entertainment.
Let's go gambling!
Yay! The amounts. As a result, the increase in consumption has led to an increase in AD. The second component will be investments. Investments are expenditure on capital goods such as equipment and raw materials. The investments involved in building the two IRs totaled to more than 14 billion.
Wzjj!
That is a lot of money that's being injected to the economy, and thus AD will increase as well. Government expenditure is another component of AD. It refers to the amount of spending by government at each income level.
BAP!
Much money has been spent on constructing the infrastructure to suit the flow of people going to the IR in Singapore. The Singapore government emphasizes a lot on giving tourists an excellent experience, and this would increase the AD. Export revenue, another component of AD, involves the sale of goods and services to foreign countries. With the IRs in place, Singapore will be a key destination for tourists. Hence, there will be a large increase in the demand of our domestic goods and services by these tourists. This accounts for our increase in exports revenue and hence increasing the AD. The last component of AD is the import revenue. It refers to the purchases of goods and services from foreign countries. Examples of our import expenditure will include the raw materials that are being imported from overseas, and professional overseas service providers. All this would contribute to an increase in import expenditure, which would shift AD curve to the left as it is a negative coefficient. since net exports equal x minus m, it will be difficult to determine its magnitude as both x and m has increased. However, we feel that the increase in m will not be as significant as compared to x. Looking at the long term, the amount of money generated from a tourist expenditure will not cease to stop rising, but import expenditure would be finite. Hence, the net exports will still increase and shift AD to the right. AS can be affected in two ways. One is the change in cost of production. Second is in the change in productive capacity. The IR will not affect the cost of production of any goods and services. However, some IR workers need to be specially trained.
Euro training. That's one.
For example, the casino dealers or workers who need to upgrade their skill level to match the IR standard will be examples of increasing our productive capacity. Those workers will then acquire skills and knowledge related to food and beverage operations, accommodation operations, casino management, and others, thus increasing our workers' productivity. This would all cause AS to shift to the right. After considering all the factors from above, AD will shift towards the right. AS too will shift towards the right. The extent of the shift of AS is not as large as that of AD because there are not many workers which are trained, thus productive capacity will not increase that much. Now, with our AD-AS analysis in place, we will start to discuss about the internal impact the IR has on Singapore's economy. Another external impact will be the exchange rate. As we mentioned before, the IR brings us an increase in tourist arrivals and investments. In order for the tourists to buy domestic goods more conveniently, they need to exchange for Sing dollar. Also, when investing in our country, investors need to exchange for Sing dollar. Both groups of people will then decrease the supply of Sing dollar in the forex market. This decrease in supply of Sing currency will create a shortage and thus appreciate our currency. However, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, MAS, has a tight control over our value dollar in the forex market, only allowing its price to fluctuate at a favorable range. Thus, the impact on our Sing dollar is not so obvious. As a recap, the internal impacts include Y, national income, D, employment, and P, GPL. As shown from the figure, you can see that the IR has led to a rise in the GPL. One way of measuring the changes in GPL is via the CPI, Consumer Price Index. As evident in the statistics for Singapore, in January to November 2010, the Consumer Price Index went up by 2.7% compared with the same period in 2009. Though this may not pinpoint directly down due to the IRs, our group is confident that the rise in GPL is highly correlated with the competition of the IRs. Moving on to employment, the IR created many employment opportunities in Singapore. This effect can be seen from the graph, where the equilibrium position is getting closer to maximum productivity. Despite the recession in 2009, Singapore experienced employment growth. 2009 was the year in which the IR started recruiting the staff, and there was an estimated of 35,000 workers being employed. This shows that the IR helped Singapore to lower our unemployment rate at a crisis.
Bring stability to our economy.